And welcome back on this Friday morning. Let's quickly go over that forecast. I love this weather. Not a lot to talk about. No storms to worry about. Just beautiful temperatures. 67 degrees out there already this morning. Temperatures around 88, 89 degrees. Partly cloudy skies. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day than we have in store for today and tomorrow as well. Looks like the whole weekend's going to be absolutely wonderful. Hope you have a great Memorial Day week. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But right now, let's head back over to Jamie and Mr. Henry.
Making his first appearance here live in this studio, Representative Ed Henry over in Hartselle area, and got his cowboy boots on, ready to go. Why do you wear those to Montgomery?
Gets a little deep down there. Got to have something to kick them.
All right, are you a native of Hartselle?
I am born and raised there. 1993, I got married and joined the Air Force and moved off to see the world. Never got out of the South, though.
It's hard to leave Hartselle. You know, that's my buddy Eddie Pruitt over there. I know you're good friends with them, too.
Very hard to leave Hartselle. It was not a very difficult decision where to move back to when my wife and I, when we got out of the Air Force and started talking about having a family. So.
Now, why did you decide to get into politics?
Well, how much time we got?
Well, you got plenty to say that.
So, 2008, I got involved in Mike Huckabee's campaign. Turned out I was one of the first guys in the state to actually come forward and start trying to work on his campaign. And so when he finally came in, actually in 2007, in 2008, when he came to Huntsville, I had the good fortune of hanging out with him for a little while and opening doors for him, getting him water, taking pictures of him with everybody, Jeff Cook and all those different people. And I just saw in him a servant's heart. And so that evening when I was driving home, I made a mistake, Jamie. I complained to God about why we don't have more good, decent people in office, and God hit me with a simple fact: they don't make themselves available. If you really care, make yourself available. And I backed off real quick, and I remember driving home that night thinking, there's no way. I have a good life, good job, coach my kids' ball teams. You know, we live well within our means. Life's smooth. And I got home and I told my wife what I felt like God was leaning on us, and she said no. And I said, look, I'm with you. I don't want to either. But after 2 or 3 months of praying and talking to people that are very close to us, it just seemed like the path that God wanted us on. And of course, that was right at 5 years ago when he first leaned on me, and here we are.
So how's your first 4 years down there been?
Pretty good, I think.
Dan Williams just accused you of Democrats that don't like you.
There's a lot of people that don't like me. And
what's the problem with you?
I tell the truth, regardless. If there's an individual that is maybe pretending to be one thing and doing another, you can count on me to call them out. I know we've had a couple of instances in Montgomery where we'll have a vote that's going to be very critical, where we come together and it's a hard, almost Republican versus Democrat vote, and we have to make sure we count our votes because we're supposed to have this super majority, but we've got a lot of R's that are soft. And if they don't vote accordingly, then I usually will either send out their name via Twitter and Facebook or stand up in a caucus meeting at lunch and call them out by name as individuals that left.
So you're well respected among the Democrats down there.
Very well respected. Not much at all.
Why? You're seeking your second term down there. Why should people vote for Ed Henry?
If you want to continue to clean up the corruption in Montgomery and downsize government, one of the first things we did when we got down there was we changed the way money moved around. Prior to us getting there, Dan and myself, you could pretty much take any amount of money from a special interest group, a lobbyist, and only if it was over $249 a day did you have to report it. And that was $249 a day from one individual. So if there were 3 special interest groups or lobbyists that wanted to maybe whisk a person away to Europe, they could do it and never even have to file anything, never report anything. And so you never knew who really controlled your legislator. Dan and I got down there, the first thing we did is we changed that to no more than $25 a day, and no more, I think that's $150 a year can be spent on me by any one entity, and every penny that they spend on me has to be reported. So the dynamic has changed. And there's a lot of old guys that have been down there, you know, 20, 30 years that screamed at us the entire time we were doing that don't do this. You don't know what you're doing. And I would say to them, that's exactly why we have to do it right now. Because if you get used to something, you won't make the change. And
so you're living life to the fullest down there.
I hit Montgomery with the full intent to be a kamikaze.
Do you feel like you've made a difference?
We have made a difference, an absolute difference.
All right, Ed, now
here's the thing I want to say this, though, to everybody out there. The difference we have made can easily be undone. It can easily be undone. You send the wrong people back down to Montgomery all across this state, and it can all be undone.
All right, your district is?
District 9. It's Hartselle, South Morgan County, and North Coleman County, and the western edge of Marshall County.
All right. Well, it's good to see you. Hope you can come back with us, and you stay after them down in Montgomery. And
I will.
Dan will probably be your buddy.
Dan and I get along. We stand on the firing line.
Ed Henry right there. Y'all vote for him coming up on the 3rd. Ed, good to see you. And when you stop by in Hartselle, tell Eddie Pruitt I said hello.
Will do.
All right, good to see you, man. We'll take a break and be right back. Y'all hang on.